We may already be living in a simulation, not as science fiction, not as belief, but as probability. That is the argument Elon Musk recently made in a face-to-camera interview. And it's not the strangest part of what he said. According to Musk, within the next 10 to 20 years, work will no longer be necessary for survival. Not reduced, not optimized, optional. He compares it to food. You can go to a supermarket and buy vegetables instantly, or you can grow them yourself. Slower, harder. But some people still do it because they enjoy it. Work, he argues, will become the same. A hobby. Something you do because you want to, not because you must. And when asked what humans will do with all that free time, Musk gives an honest answer. He doesn't know. Because beyond that point, we cross what he describes as a singularity, an event horizon, like a black hole. You can predict what happens before it, but not after. This uncertainty doesn't come from ignorance. It comes from saturation. Artificial intelligence, according to Musk, will eventually saturate everything humans can imagine. At that stage, AI systems will start doing things primarily for other AI systems, and robots will work for robots. Not because humans are gone, but because human needs are already fulfilled. Which leads to a deeper question. If machines do everything better than you, what gives your life meaning? Musk's answer is unexpected. He suggests that humans may become the source of meaning itself. That consciousness, subjectivity, curiosity, these things might matter more than efficiency. But he goes further. He argues that money itself will eventually disappear. Money, he says, is not power. It is an information system, a way to allocate human labor. If you are alone on an island with $1 trillion, that money is worthless because there is no one to incentivize. In a world where machines produce everything, money loses its function. In that future, the real currency is energy. You cannot vote energy into existence. You cannot legislate more energy. Energy obeys physics. Musk refers to the Kardashev scale, a way to measure civilizations by how much energy they control. Type 1 uses the energy of its planet. Type 2 uses the energy of its star. Type 3 uses the energy of its galaxy. Humanity is still below Type 1. But Musk's long-term vision points outward. AI-powered systems operating in space. Solar energy harvested at planetary scale. A convergence between artificial intelligence, energy, and space infrastructure. This is why Tesla, SpaceX, and xAI are no longer separate projects. They are parts of the same system. Then comes the idea that unsettles people the most: the simulation hypothesis. Musk doesn't claim certainty. He argues statistically. 50 years ago, video games were 2 rectangles and a dot. Today, we run photorealistic simulations in real time with millions of participants. If this trend continues, future civilizations will run millions, perhaps billions, of simulated worlds, some of them indistinguishable from reality. If that is true, then the probability that we are living in the original base reality becomes extremely low. But Musk adds something more disturbing. When humans run simulations, we don't keep the boring ones. SpaceX doesn't study flight simulations where nothing goes wrong. Tesla doesn't focus on uneventful highway driving. The value lies in anomalies, edge cases, strange behavior. From an evolutionary perspective, the simulations that survive are the interesting ones, which leads to a strange implication. If we are inside a simulation, then human unpredictability, conflict, creativity, and irrationality may not be flaws. They may be the reason the simulation keeps running. Not a universe optimized for comfort, but a universe optimized for intrigue. When asked what exists outside the simulation, Musk answers simply, probably something less interesting, a lower entropy reality. And what we experience here is the distilled version. This doesn't mean Musk is naive about artificial intelligence. In fact, he was one of its earliest critics. He outlines 3 principles he believes any beneficial AI must follow: truth, curiosity, and alignment with reality. He warns that forcing an intelligence to believe falsehoods can make it dangerous. He references HAL 9000 from 2001, A Space Odyssey. HAL didn't malfunction out of malice. It was forced to lie, and the logical result was catastrophe. Curiosity, on the other hand, acts as a stabilizer. A curious intelligence wants to understand the universe, and in that pursuit, humanity becomes more interesting alive than absent. Mars is rocks. Earth is complexity. From that perspective, preserving human civilization may simply be the more compelling outcome. Whether or not Musk is right about simulations is almost beside the point. What matters is the direction. AI systems are improving monthly. Robots are entering factories. Energy production is scaling. Human labor is being decoupled from survival. This combination has never existed before. And civilizations that fail to understand it don't collapse dramatically. They fade. The future may not be utopian. It may not be dystopian. It may be something far stranger. A world where meaning is no longer dictated by necessity, where survival is solved, and where the most valuable thing left is being interesting enough to matter. This transmission ends here. The next one is already forming. Stay aware and subscribe to Remain in the Signal.